What's up? I'm Johnny Sins, and welcome to Bro Chat. Now, I've got some tips for you guys. People always ask me, how do I last so long in scenes, and how do they last longer in bed? Well, I've got some tips for you guys. First, what I always tell everyone is lasting longer is all mental. It's all in your head. So really, if you're at that point where you don't feel like you can hold it back anymore, this is what I always say. Well, before the point you can't hold it back anymore, you really need to start changing what's in your head. So I always tell guys, if you want to last longer, it sucks, but don't necessarily think about what's happening. You have to either I suggest doing math in your head sometimes works. Just do your times tables or multiplication tables. And if that doesn't work, think about a popular one is baseball stats or something like that, something you're interested in. And if that doesn't work, one thing I always say is try to think of if you really need to hold back, think about like your biggest fear or something like that. And that usually does the trick. And you can kind of subdue your orgasm and you can go longer. And some other tips I have is if you want to last longer and you're at that point, you're at that verge, people are always like, well, how can I last longer? And I always say, well, we'll stop. Either some of my tricks are to just go in deep as far as you can and just stop, because it's the movement, that's gonna make you come. So you just stop for 20 seconds, either make out with your partner or do something else, and then wait for the feeling to subdue, wait for that orgasm to kind of go away, and then you can start again. And if you keep doing that, you can almost build up your mental strength, I like to say, and you can start lasting longer without having to think about weird things. Dating advice or picking up girls I have is, guys always ask me, how can I pick up girls? And I always say don't worry about it too much. Like, a lot of guys go to the bar or go to the club and their main goal is to pick up girls. And really what you should do is go to the club and hang out with your friends, hang out with your boys, because girls see that. If you're just the guy in the room, like, trying to check out all the girls and, trying to talk to all the girls, most girls aren't going to be that interested in you. But if you're like the guy hanging out with your friends, having a good time with his friends, and you can kind of catch eye contact with a girl across the room, well, she sees that you're just there to hang out with your friends and have a good time. You're not the player type that's just trying to get laid at the club. That's always my biggest advice for guys, is to just not worry about it so much and just quit tripping out about it. And girls will come.